Disability is not a hindrance, and one of the most influential wheelchair-bound physicists of the modern times, Stephen Hawking, is certainly proof of that. With a view to empower the differently abled community, the Indian Institute of Madras has developed and designed the first indigenous motorized wheelchair vehicle that not only is put to use on smooth roads but even on uneven terrains and rough surface roads. Named Neobol, the motorized wheelchair aims to provide convenience, safety, and a low-cost mode of outdoor mobility. Neobol is designed and developed by a team of researchers led by Professor Sujata Srinivasan, Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Madras, and the technology has been commercialized through a startup called Neomotion. The startup has been co-founded by Professor Sujata Srinivasan and an IIT Madras alumnus, Mr. Swastik Saurav Das, who is the CEO of Neomotion. In an exclusive interview with PBNS, Mr. Dash explained the application of Neobol and the problem it solves.
So, when we look at for a wheelchair user, now you need to have a mobility vehicle indoors and outdoors. So, whenever a person has to go out, let's imagine if I'm on a wheelchair, if I have to go out, I have to probably take a modified scooty, like the scooter with the two wheels that comes, or I have to hire a auto rickshaw or a car. So these are the modes on which I'll be dependent on. And for any of these modes, I need help from somebody to shift me from my wheelchair to the car to the auto rickshaw. And again, someone has to help fold my wheelchair and put it at the back so that once I reach my destination, I again have my wheelchair. So there is always this constant dependency that's there. What we do with Neobol is basically eliminate this dependency. I'm on my wheelchair. When I want to go out, I attach it independently without taking anybody's help, and I go, whether it to my office or to the market, or maybe just for a leisure drive. I go out anywhere, anytime without taking help from anybody. That's the key problem which we are addressing with this product.
Further, Mr. Dash explained how the field trials that started in 2016 led to the development of Neobolt and Neofly.
The journey goes back to 2016. We were developing a product called standing wheelchair, which is again for the physically challenged. So as during the course of development of that, we were doing field trials. We interacted with close to 200 wheelchair users across 40 locations in India. So we were doing a trial. We were also observing and studying what are the other problems and challenges that they have. And that's where we found there are two problems that are there. Now, people are confined to their homes, and the reason for that is, first, they don't have a good mode of indoor mobility. Like when we say almost 3 lakh wheelchairs are sold in India, 95% of them are of the concept of one size fits all. Like, just to give an analogy, we are all wearing shoes, but imagine if our shoes is of size 14. Is it really useful? So that's what most of the wheelchairs are there like. Now, as a consequence of using such a wheelchair, they damage the health, they restrict the mobility, and the self-confidence of the user also goes for a toss. When it comes to outdoor mobility, we talked about our modified scooters and tricycles. So in 2016, when we were doing the field trials, we found, okay, that these are the challenges and we need to come up with a solution which takes care of both of them. Neobolt, what we talked about is the outdoor mobility solution. We also have an indoor mobility solution called Neofly. It's a personalized wheelchair. So there are 18 customizations on it, which are dependent on the measurements of the person, the environment of the person, the health condition of the person. So based on all these assessments, we do 18 customizations on the product. Examples being the seat width, seat depth, backrest height, angle, the footrest position, the kind of tires, the color that you would like to choose for the kind of work that you do. So all these features we customize so that once we deliver, the user, it fits to the user's requirements. The benefits, some of the benefits that our users have seen by using such a custom wheelchair is like, first, you have a good posture. You don't have a back pain, shoulder pain. All these issues are kind of reduced or minimized over a period of time. Second, it's very easy to propel. Every time we give a push, because it's a manual wheelchair, we're pushing it manually. So it's important that you save energy, like how much ever energy you're putting into the wheelchair, it should cover that distance. So we cover 3 to 5 times more distance as compared to conventional wheelchairs. Or to put it in other words, earlier to cover, say in a day, you're giving 1000 pushes. Now you cover the same distance by giving just 200 to 300 pushes. So it saves energy that way. Third, it's very compact. we know like the infrastructural barriers that we have narrow lifts, our bathroom doors are narrow. Making it compact ensures that all these places are becoming accessible to some extent. And the fourth benefit that we have is when a person is sitting on a good fitting wheelchair, the posture improves, the self-confidence improves, the user feel confident about themselves. So these are the benefits that we have seen with Neofly. And with Neobol, people are going to their office independently. They were earlier dependent on their car, their driver. They had to wait for them, or they had to wait for their security guard at their office. So all these dependencies have gone, and users are enjoying the products.
Neobol, which is powered by a lithium-ion battery, has a maximum speed of 25 kmph and travels up to 25 km per charge. Throughout the process, the IIT Madras researchers collaborated with various organizations and hospitals working among people with locomotor disabilities and hence build the products factoring in their experience. Neobol is developed keeping in mind Indian roads and safety features are ensured in the same.
When we decided to build Neobol, our use case is that a person should be able to use it for your regular and daily commute. And for that, it means that it has to work maybe at a village setup. If someone has a kirana shop, if somebody has to go to the shop and maintain his shop, or maybe at a tier 2 a city where there may be speed breakers, potholes, or maybe at a developed place and location. We had to cater to all these requirements. So we built it with a concept of similar to that of a road bike. It has suspensions, it has that ruggedness and durability that it can handle these sort of roads. It also has the road safety features, like you have your indicators, mirror, horn, it has a reverse function. So all these features which are required when you drive a bike are present on it, so that the user feels safe about it. There is also a seat belt. We also have developed a anti-tipping mechanism because the overall base being very small, there are often chances that you may fall sideways. So there are anti-tipping wheels which ensures that you are safe and that there is absolutely no harm as you are driving it.
Their aim is simple: to serve the wheelchair community and to empower them to engage and participate more in the world. In order to cater to a wider range of audiences, Mr. Dash explained the price point of the equipment and how it ensures the quality and durability of the product.
Neofly wheelchair is priced at presently at 40,000 rupees and Neobolt at 55,000. So if you buy the entire set, it will cost you somewhere around 95,000, which is on a higher side for the larger Indian mass as we look at it right now. So one thing what we have done immediately right away is to introduce financing options. There are EMI schemes which we have brought into it, which people can then choose from and pay over a 6 months, 12 months or a 24 months timeline to ensure that it eases out. Also, what we have done, the kind of products that we have entered right now is we wanted to ensure that there is the required the quality and the durability. It should function well because it's not that such a product has been existing out there. So we have ensured that we are very cautious and careful about it, and we ensure that within a year or year and a half, you'd have some spare part requirements, certain warranty requirements should be there. We cover all those aspects. We are continuously developing training videos, user tutorials, whatever is required, those sort of things. So all these things are covered in this, and we also deliver it wherever in India you're sitting, it goes and it gets delivered to that. So the 95,000 price point includes all of it. So over an overall life cycle, we are taking care of things. But definitely going forward, as we learn more and we also understand more, as our volumes also increase, we hope to work on this and see appropriately how to make changes and modifications so that we are able to develop variants which can probably fit and cater to the larger audience.
Developing a product is never easy. It entails processes, applications, designing that evolves over a period of time. Hence, support from the government becomes essential. Mr. Dash walks us through how various entities come in support of the development of this product.
The entire product development, there has been immense support from multiple organizations. So it started off as the name such as the TTK Center for R2D2. So the TTK Prestige is the group which supported initially in setting up the lab and in the initial development of all this. It was primarily a CSR fund that was provided. The major boost that came for Arise wheelchair was from a fund called Welcome Trust. I think it's so they have a program called Affordable Healthcare in India, and under the Welcome Trust Affordable Healthcare in India, the Arise standing wheelchair was developed. When it comes to Neofly and Neobol, New Motion products, we had our support from Imprint India grant. It's a Government of India grant which supported this. It was followed by CSR support from HDFC, Tata, Boeing, and there are many in the queue who in some way or the other have come in and contributed. These are some of the larger names who have supported us. And because of all these grants itself, the design and R&D could be taken in a way where we could follow a systematic method, and there was no urgency that you take it into the market in a half-baked form. So it ensured that we have the right research was done, the right testing methods were followed, and after that itself, the technology transfers or the license commercialization of these products are being taken.
In the end, Mr. Dash explained how, for the user's convenience, the product placement takes place.
The details are available on our website. It's called neomotion.in. The overall process, what we follow for the order collection is, as I said, because we make custom products, we once we get the details, we do an assessment of them. We do a 1-hour video call where we take their measurements, we understand about their health. After following this process, we generate something called as a wheelchair prescription. It clearly states that your wheelchair, the 18 customizations, your seat width, seat depth, backrest height, the kind of tires, all of it will be like this. So we send it to them and they look at it, and if they have any questions, they ask, and then they give a go ahead. Yes, I like this. I like the configuration. You can go ahead with it. Then it is assembled at our unit and we package it. It's in a ready to use form. It's door delivered it to them. And along with the product, we send 2 videos which they receive the links on the WhatsApp, which states like how do you unbox it, and after unboxing, how do you get it to the first set of views. So that's how we go about it. Because these are custom products, we take about, based on the kind of configuration on the product, somewhere between 30 to 45 days it takes for us to build and deliver the order.
So that's how the processes for Neomotion products takes place. As India's first indigenous motorized wheelchair, it surely enables wheelchair users to go out into the world and explore life. Well, that is all for today's segment. Thank you for watching.